Hello and welcome back. It is Monday Night Football. It is the opening day of the Premier League, our second season in the Premier League, our third season of the playthrough, Championship Manager free, here on the Masio-Ball channel. We are away at Wolves. I was going to say winless Wolves, but everyone is winless because it's the first game. Let's get into this. Man United won the Charity Shield. We are set up, ready to go. Opening day. Lampard is not playing. Let's get to the team, though. It is the 4-5-1 attacking midfield role. Number 1, Brad Friedel. Number 3, Stigging Bjornaby. Should have went in order, but I'm not going to. Number 4, Clinton Hill. Number 2, the Cameroonian Blur, Song 2. Number 31, 3 minus 1 equals 2. His number last year. Makes sense if you think about it. Mark Edworthy. Number 12, Zendin. Can't say his first name. Number 11, Gary Speed. Should Gary Speed be captain? I'm thinking he should. He is. Gary Speed is going to be captain. In for Lampard is Gary Holt. Should not be captain, but there he is, 27-year-old Canadian. Glenn Little. I was like, what's Little's first name? I was going to say Mark, but that was the Wolves and Peterborough guy, wasn't it? Glenn Little, second season with us. Tried to upgrade on him in the pre-season and we couldn't. 26 appearances, 5 goals last year. Can he add to that with better firepower around him? Lee Morris. Lee Morris, the only starting or the only remaining player from our very first season. 1.9 million. He's expiring soon. We've got a new contract going in for him shortly. Might have an update on that on the episode. Last year, 33 games, only 3 goals. We have tried to upgrade him. We've not been able to just yet. And then Kevin Campbell. He's missed all of pre-season with an injury. 7 goals in 7 games with 15 appearances for Everton last year. Kevin is coming in as the number 9, hopefully to fire us on. H squared, Richie Partridge, Sergio Nunez, Diego Tristan, now 19, and Aidan Davison, the only other remaining original. Let's see if we can beat Wolves. We've got a delighted Gareth Southgate. He looks like he's just heard Trent's injured, and he doesn't have to justify not picking him. Not sure why he's here for a Wolves Sheffield United game. We're going down to fast. How are Wolves? Wolves came up in second place with an incredible amount of points. They've got Hislop, who we saw them sign. They've got Steve Carr, old boy, the guy who helped us in our promotion year. He has just come in, so we're not scared of him. Wished I hadn't said that. We've got Margas, Casper, Armstrong, Summerby, Ardsford. Let's have a look at Ardsford. I mean, he's not great, is he? Let's have a look at Johnson, Richard Johnson. Which Richard is this? He's coming from Watford. They've got Durant, who we saw with them with last year, and then they've got Sturridge and Flo. Sturridge is a good signing. He's come back from Celtic, hasn't he? He's not really done much up there. He's not hit his Benfica heights of the previous playthrough. Ryan Green, Kevin Nichols, John Mullen, Bo Anderson, and David Hughes rounding them out. They're in the 4-4-2. We are here at Molineux. There is Gareth. Not sure why. Not sure who he's playing for at the minute on this. Can we get an opening day win? I'm like, if Kevin Campbell gets an opening day goal, I will be delighted. Not if we lose like 5-1 and it's the only goal, obviously. There's some context to that. But can the new centre-back partnership and the goalkeeper... We're not doing great on the possession. I know we're a direct side, but... we need to be doing a little bit better. I know it's the first day. They'll be roared on by an expectant home crowd. Delighted to be in the Premiership. I like seeing Song there, up there competing. Oh, Hislop with a good save. He was a target of ours. But I feel like we ended up with a better keeper. We ended up with a younger keeper. And we ended up with a cheaper keeper as well. So... we've won that 3-0 potentially, but he's not got a clean sheet. It's an excellent finish from Harvard Flo, who got 12 goals and 53 appearances last year, and he's already off the mark in the Premiership. And we are disappointing here. Let's not sugarcoat this. We are disappointing. Captain Speed has now been booked. Speed must now be careful. At half-time, We need to have a look at these ratings. I'm worried that Hislop is going to be on, I was going to say an 8. He's on a 7. Zenden is having a shocker. He's playing a 5. Right. Partridge had a great pre-season. Look, he got 2 goals in 3 games, 1 sub, 7.5 rating. He got 19 goals for Wrexham last year. Granted, they're all the way down here, Division 3. I'm tempted to do this with them. Play a big narrow block, get some extra bodies in, and see what this does. I'm like, do I then push the fullbacks up for a bit? That's quite brave for us. Speed is having a mare. Also, I've just noticed he's also on a 5. I'm going to leave him on, though. Hopefully it's just opening day captain's nerves. I didn't discuss it with him before, just thrusted it onto him on match day. So I get that's an unusual way to pick captain. This has had the opposite effect so far. Zenden is hurt. We've at least made it up to 3 shots. Now, I'm going to bring on some other strikers because this is upsetting me. Little is going off for Helgason. And can Partridge? No, Partridge cannot play up front. Tristan is coming on. Tristan for Zenden. It's kind of a crazy formation, but let's see what it does. I'm like, did we play this at one stage with Ipswich? I can't. We did play the 4-3-3. I can't remember if we had an attacking midfield there at any stage, though. They've at least got a booking. And this seems better already. And then as soon as I said that, the highlights have dried up. Morris has had a shot, though. I was like, we've got one of the promoted sides. We're finally going to get a win on the opening day of the season, aren't we? We had this dreadful start last year where I feel like we didn't get any points. Which were like the 5th game, the 6th game. It's a free kick. Hislop has parried that. What is Hislop on now? He's on a 7 still. I'll be storming out of a press conference here. Trying to run down the clock. Flo is injured. And we've lost 1-0 on the opening day of the season. After all that optimism, new signings, new keeper, new defence, same old problem. We've not scored and we've not troubled them. Argentina have won the football tournament at the Olympic Games with a 2-0 win over Spain at the Sydney, Australia, at Stadium Australia, Sydney. I'm so flustered I can't read. Let's see who's got these goals. Martin Pose. I could never pronounce that. And then Simone. Where is Simone? Is it Barca?
So let's just take another look at that one.
We've got 7 days till we've got Spurs, who we've never got a point against. Wonderful. Right, here we are, people. Disappointing first game. Gone into the market. Julian Joachim is coming in. Here is Julian. My thoughts with him is that he is going to be the attacking midfielder or in contention for the attacking midfielder. He's got good shooting, good off the ball, good decent passing, good pace, good acceleration, and then a whole host of other little stats. Also, if needed, he's a 2.3 million final offer. He's 1.8 million plus add-ons. So he is signed. Oh, he's 1.5 million plus add-ons. Also managed to completely push down his requests. I'm not going to give him the number 5 though, because he's only temporarily, or he's only potentially going to be the attacking midfield. So I don't think he's full. Let's give him 21. 21 feels like more of a playmaker number. So yeah, he possibly going to come in to start against Spurs, but I've not fully decided yet. Here we are. We've seen the record versus Spurs. It's not pretty. We've got a few people out. Steve Bull has done his work in Scandinavia, but we are out of money for the time being, so it's not the time for that. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to drop Morris into that left-hand side role, and I'm going to put the new signing straight in there. Lampard's still out. There he is there, chest injury. Green's still out. I'm wondering, do you know what? I'm going to put him in the reserves for the time being because I've got Davidson there. That means that when he comes back, he can get a little bit of fitness. Missed at Zendin, what was he's 10 days, isn't he? So everything is as it was from that opening first game. I'm going to go back to this formation. We've got it on direct. We're at home. Hopefully an expectant, baying Blades crowd is going to push us to our first point of the season and our first ever point versus Spurs. It is Saturday, 19th of August, 2000. Can we do this? Let's have a pause and have a quick scan of their team. Fit to Bayer, Mario Melchot, Steve Staunton, Luke Young, Chris Perry, Sol Campbell, still in midfield from the looks of that. Tim Sherwood, David Ginola, Juan Antonio Pizzi, Martin Rowlands and Alan Nielsen with Corsten, Corrine, Bodic, Gunnar Howell, Stefan Everson on the bench. And we've had a save there, but this is looking like a lot of Spurs. I should have... Oh, no. They've got the old defensive counter on. We do not do well against this. We've not found a system that slows this down or prevents this. Hopefully speed is not going to have a 5. We've only had the one shot. They've had the 2. One of those brought about a smart save from Brad Friedel. Yet to get a clean sheet. Lost the keeper off of the first game versus Shaka Hislop. But then I needed that money for Julian Joachim. That's how Joachim started. Joachim started on a 6. Morris is in his new role out left. And hopefully Kevin Campbell is not going to take as long to score as Diego Tristan did. And he is not going to take this long to score because that is his first ever goal. He bears down on goal. 21 minutes of the second game, his first home game. And Senior Campbell gets a goal for Sheffield United. I don't even know if Tyrese is born in this timeline. He should be, because I think he's over 25, isn't he? Let me know in the comments. Lovely little bit of synergy, to use a rubbish media studies teacher word. One 0 up at half time. We're under a little bit of pressure earlier on, but that's where we spent we spent more money on the goalkeeper than we were able to last year. He's on an 8. He's gone captain. Completely missed that. That's not changed. Gary Speed, though, still playing a 6. He has improved. Look at this. 7-7-7. Like Strictly Come Dancing. Right. I'm going to get Little off, and we're going to try Partridge. Let's see what Partridge can add to this. Like I said, if he has anything like the impact he was having in pre-season, he was another one that I was expecting to just kind of be in and around the squad. They've hit the post. In and around the post, in and around the squad. Hopefully in and around the post because he's an attacking winger. But let's see. Is he someone that we can really kick on really quickly? This second half is whizzing by. Oh, Joachim was close. That was Morris out on the left, linking up with the new man that took his spot. He hasn't held that against him. He's hopefully got a new contract. We've got new contracts for him in the works. We've given Mark Edworthy a new contract. Let's have a look at Mark's new deal. Here he is. He's on $3,500 a week now, and he's now worth $925,000. Previously, he was capped at the £550,000 release fee that we had for him. Joachim is having a bit of a struggle on his first day. I'm going to put Tristan on, and I'm going to push Tristan up. So we've got 9 and 19 pushing up into that same spot. Hopefully that's going to unsettle the centre-backs. Saved in style by Brad Friedel. Clinton Hill takes away the legs of David Ginola. That's why we brought him in. He was like, oh, look, it's Fancy Boy from the FIFA cover, at least in the UK. 97, I'd want to say. And he's just absolutely done him. Friedel could only parry that. Diego Tristan back doing defensive work. He has hooked that clear. We are 6 minutes away from a win here. We're going to get another sub on. That's gone wide. If Davidson, if Everson is shooting from distance, we are going to allow that. Am I going to put Sergio Nunez on and shut up shop back there. Do you know what? Let's do it. Let's bring Sergio Nunes on. Let's get Campbell off. Nunes drop into the middle of the part. I'm not going to leave it on that. I'm going to go 5-4-1. I want the points. I want to show that I've learned from last year. They've got their cheat formation. I'm going to do that. 5 at the back. Who was that to? Steve Staunton has scored. Clinton Hill giving away the penalty. They've scored a late equaliser. I cannot speak. I couldn't speak before that happened, so maybe I can't blame being annoyed at that. That is frustrating. That is really frustrating. Final whistle. We've got a point. We've got a point. So we're ahead of where we were last year. We're 13th. Wimbledon, Reading, Charlton, Sunderland, all on 0 points. And we have got Liverpool away up next. We did get a win against Liverpool, though. Look. So we won at Anfield last year. We're unbeaten at Anfield, even. Let's look at it that way. But if we can get another point from there with Newcastle, Wimbledon, Man United coming up, if we can be on 5 points after that little cluster of games, I think we're well ahead of next year, especially going into this Blackburn, Reading, Borough, Wednesday. Who have we got after that? Arsenal, Everton, Sunderland. That's where we need to be looking to pick up points. Right. Morris, he's like now refusing. Let's have a look at this, show you his actual contract terms. We want 6,000, so that's gonna. I want more than that though for you. We've developed you from nothing. Let's give him 4.5 million. Because if I get 4.5 million for him, I will be pleased. Let's give him 6,000. That's been moved for TV. Of course it has. We're a massive team. And Partridge is off to the Irish under-21s. We've got 2 England under-21 now, though. Look, is there anyone else in this team that could be of use to us? Once Kadamateri wants to move to a bigger club, that is not us. Michael Ricketts is at Wimbledon. Burke, Brendan Burke. It's like Paul Robinson's at Clyde on loan from Leek. Right, that makes a lot more sense. He was at Leek last year. Conference League. That has just jogged my memory that I said we were going to check on Lee, though. So let's go, a roundabout way of doing it, but let's go into the conference. And there they are. They are 10th. They have got a whole host of players now. Did they end up with our old boy? They have not, so he has turned them down. They've got they've got Clark from Dundee. They've got Scholes, Matt Scholes. Is he a regen? He is a regen. Let's have a look at this guy. He's not fantastic, is he? But they've got Celtic's John McGovern here, or Celtic's former Celtic. I think that's how we should be phrasing that. I'd never played a game for them. He's ended up down at Lee, though. So we'll keep an eye on that. That's a fun little storyline. Let's see if they can stay up. Man United versus Mallorca in the Super Cup. And it is Super Mallorca. Another name I can't really say, so I'll never accept a job there. I wished I had this guy in centre midfield. Look at him. He's come from Lanús. I don't know how you pronounce that. I've said that very Scottish, I'm aware. It's probably not how it's pronounced in Argentina. We'll check them out in a second, though, see if they've got anyone. What a player, though. I mean, we've got no chance of getting any of these, have we? If they're all going to be like that. But they've got some talent here. Not a single cat. There we are. We've got a Peruvian. We've got a 25-year-old Paraguayan, not a Peruvian. It said Paraguay, that. Got a Spaniard, so we could get him, but we would have him probably. But again, not a chance of him actually signing or getting a work permit. Right, Steve Strickland. He's hanging on. He's played a non-competitive game at least this year, and he got a 7. So we're not going to fire him for the time being. Morris has signed a new contract, so that is positive for us. Right, Rob Green has played in this, which is why we're having a look at this. Someone said to me about Danny Murphy. Let's have a look at Danny. So he only played 1 game last year. He's got He's got good shooting. He's got good passing, good pace, decent off the ball. Stamina, his strength's not amazing. His teamwork technique is good, though. I'm like, I wonder if we should have. The problem is he's a lot more money than he's on more money than Joachim, which is here, not the other one. And he costs more. Joachim was transfer listed, which is why I've managed to get him at that knockdown rate. He is not coming out of contract for forever. It's like, it doesn't make sense in my brain that Jason Ewell was 23. I feel like he was older in that era. Right, it's a good thing Lampard is back because the Canadian Lampard is still off. This is disastrous for me, though. Friedel not set to face his old team because he's also still off. That means Walker is going to come back in onto that final spot. So Walker, Tristan Nunes, Partridge, Helgason. I'm like, do we put Hughes on the bench for that left-hand side? I'm thinking about it. I'm not going to do it. No, I'm not going to do it. Not going to do it. I'm going to keep Partridge. Now Liverpool. 5-3-2 attacking. Who is Gareth Powell? It's coming from Morton. I can't believe Morton have got a guy that was good enough to go. He doesn't look fantastic, does he? He does not look fantastic. Then they've got, what have they got? Cunningham, Moreau even, Huppier, Hegem. Another guy I do not recognise, coming from Lens. Who spent a lot of money on him. He does look good. Carragher, Redknapp, Bellamy, Owen and Fowler. That's a good front three. Who is Bruno Rodriguez? They've got Georgie Kinkladze. Why do I not have Georgie Kinkladze? Have they signed him from City? Oh, he's come from Ajax. 2.1 million. We will keep our eye on him. And the game has finally kicked off. Sorry for the long preamble. It is the final game of episode 1, season 3. I hope you're enjoying this. Enjoying it more that they did not score within the first 5 minutes like I was expecting them to when that started to happen. Let's see, though. Can we make it to 20 minutes? Let's split the game down. Davidson's back. He's not holding against it. He's not holding against me that I've replaced him. That's a good save from the looks of that. It's a 22 degrees drizzle. David Laws is the ref. We're already coming towards the end of August. We've got 1 point. Good save by Davidson. He held the ball well. Michael Owen, I could do with someone buying him that isn't in the Premier League because I feel like he's a terror. That was Owen. Owen set that up. Fowler scored. What did Fowler get last year? He got 10 goals, 12 the year before, 7.24 rating. We've not had a shot. I'm going to have to do something at half-time. Can't just sit back here and let Liverpool tear us apart. It's 2-0. What we're going to do at half-time is probably going to have very little consequences. Is Bellamy new? He is new. 6.5 million. And we are not doing well. Let's drop these guys. You go up there. Morris, you go in there. Little, you go in there. Let's get Nunes on. We're going back to the... where is he? There he is. Like in my head, it made sense that Rigobert Song would be able to play defensive midfield. But let's see if this can at least get us a shot. We've got a centre-back, defensive midfield. Otherwise, it's kind of similar to what we've played before. We're not pushing the players out wide, though. Keeping them tucked in. We've had a free kick there, though. Did that result in a shot? It did not result in a shot. It looked like Kenny Cunningham flicked that away or kicked that away. He's got rid of it, though, at least. Sergio Nunez on, though, headering that away at the corner. So Liverpool don't come forward a bit more. Oh, it's gone over the bar. Davidson is on a 6, but he has played well from the looks of this. He's made a decent amount of saves. He's made at least 4 saves because they've had 4 on target. Better teams than us will come to Anfield and have this done to them, won't they? Let's get a striker on. Kevin Campbell. Not hit the form today. Let's get Helgeson on. Joachim. I'm going to leave Joachim on and spin him into that bit just because of Morris's yellow card. So it's kind of a front three almost. Let's do with Joachim what they're doing with Bellamy. See if we can get a shot. Another shot. Bellamy nearly got a second. And again, Davidson's on a 6. That feels harsh. I know he's letting 2 goals, but he's made a string of saves, it feels like. No one said it would be easy or plain sailing. Remember, our target was 10th. So the fact that we're currently 18th, I'm not worried. I'm not panicked. We're missing those guys. That didn't help us. He's off playing against a bunch of guys that I can't sign just to rub it in. And we're going to get to everyone in the Premier League having played 3 games. So that Wimbledon have won. So that's going to push us 19th, I believe. It is Sunday, though. Let's get to the Monday games. And Chelsea, Man United. This isn't going to impact us, but we will still see what happens. Chelsea have beaten Man United. That's what's happened there. Derby are top. Perfect. 3 from 3. If we come down here, rid of me, you'll see there we are there. Played 3, 1-0, drawn 1, lost 2. Only scored 1 goal, let in 4. So Kevin Campbell did get the goal, but we're still not getting a good amount of goals from this team. Derby have scored 8, not let any in. So we are going to skip Newcastle, Wimbledon, Man United. I'm going to come back, hopefully with a win, and then we're going to have a look at this spell here. Blackburn, Reading, Middlesbrough. So we've got 2 of the promoted teams there. Then we've got Wednesday, massive derby game. That's going to be, we're going to build up to that. So we're going to play these 3, and then we're going to have that game. Can we finally get some joy versus our cross-city rivals? Thank you very much. It's great to be back. I will see you on Friday.